Hello out there, fans of the BCIHL. Welcome back to another episode of In the Corners. My name is Matt. I'm with you, Vic, hockey broadcast team. Let's talk about the BCIHL today a little bit, like we always do. You know what? We're coming up on the halfway mark of the season. Most of the teams have around 10 games in the books on their season. And we got a lot of drama going on in the league right now. A couple weeks out from winter solstice, as you know, that's the dark part of the year, and so that's like the season is getting into the nitty gritty, and each team is being tested, no doubt about that. Right now, as we stand in this episode, I want to go over maybe a six-pack of one-timers with you. How does that sound? We'll do about 10 minutes here. And then next week, we'll do an official show where we kind of we review the whole first half, and we'll get Reese in on that one. Maybe get an interview too. How does that sound? So, as we sit here right now, Thursday, November 30th, UVic Vikes are 7-2. They're in first place with 14 points. The Lakers, 6-4-1, 13 points. They have played 11 games, however, though. VIU 6-3, 12 points. They're sneaking up on everybody. SFU 4-3-1, the overtime loss to the Vikes. They're at 8 points. And Logan Lake, they're now 1-10 as of last week. And there you have it. That is the standings. So, upcoming games here. We're getting this out today because two big games, if you're from the UVic team or the Mariners, coming up this weekend. December 1st, VIU is going to be playing down in Victoria against the Vikes. That'll be our home game here, 7:30 or so. Stay tuned for that one. Then the next night, the second of the back-to-back, the Vikes will go up to Nanaimo. So, can you handle that? The season series is 2-1 for the Vikes right now. Vikes coming off a loss, and the Mariners looking to take a bite out of the Vikes while they can. Okay, here we go. 6 one-timers quick as we get caught up on the league this week. Number 1, VIU, the Mariners. They put up 14 goals November 25th against the Miners. Ethan Jones, Logan Kirky, and Brock Palmer have 29, 29, and 20 points respectively. Those are the top 3 scorers in the league. If you're around the league and you see these Mariners coming, look out for these guys. They're putting up some goals. As they head into the holiday break, they might be feeling pretty good about themselves. We'll see how things go this weekend. VIU is scoring in bucketfuls. That's number 1. Number 2, Logan Lake Miners. They got their first win in franchise history in BCIHL. It was a big one. They defeated the Vikes last weekend in Victoria. They went down to Victoria and beat the first place team. How do you like that? Gavin Maddie and Jordan Lario are 4th and 5th place in league scoring, 19 and 18 respectively. That night in Victoria, Matthew Enns made 64 saves. Gavin Maddie got the game-winning goal. And now Logan Lake Miners are 1-10 on the season. UVic had 14 penalty minutes. They put a few over the net. They hit the bar a couple times. You got to hand it to Logan Lake. They got the victory. They held on. They secured the win. Now, looking around, I just was looking around different leagues. 1974 Washington Capitals lost 38 road games. That was an expansion team. 8-67-5 that season. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they lost their first 26 games as a football team. That was in the 70s as well. Logan Lake Miners are starting to turn this ship around. They're checking hard and they're coming for you. So let's see how that plays out the rest of the season. Congrats, Coach Friesen, all of the Miners over there. For the Vikes, okay, going on. Number 3 one-timers. Number 3, here we go. The Vikes roster taking shape a bit more as they add some key players back from injury. Stratton Pickett is back. 4 goals this season, including a game winner. Kyle Crew is back. Number 4 on defense. Watch out for him. Number 88, Quinton Sidaway, back. So a lot of their defensive depth is coming back here. That's going to help them out. They took a loss to Logan Lake last week, but they remain in first place. And you know what? If you're in a fight, there's nothing wrong with taking a punch or two. The Vikes will have their chance this weekend in their big home and home with the Mariners. Further on the Vikes roster, they're adding players. Brett Murphy, the Winnipeg goalie from University of Manitoba U Sports, he's in for the Vikes. Let's follow along and see how these players pan out. And Jacob Paler-Chow, the SFU player. Remember that guy? Last year, 4 games played, 5 goals for SFU. He's transferred over to UVic. He's going to suit up for the Vikes. I don't know when, but let's keep an eye on that. Jacob Paler-Chow is now with the Vikes. This weekend against VIU, let's watch for Ryan Strange, Stratton Pickett, Tom Sweeney. These are the returning players. And let's see if they can get the Vikes back on the right track after their tough loss against Logan Lake. Ryan Strange this year, 11 points in 9 games, quietly racking up a lot of points. But I got my eye on him because he's a big scorer and he can lead the Vikes here. So watch out for number 11 for the Vikes. BCIHL one-timers, number 4. The home and home this weekend, VIU and UVic. They're going back to back. So here's the question. How will the coaches deploy the goaltenders? Think about that for a second, will you? Sean Parkinson has played in net both of the last 2 victories UVic has against the Mariners. Make sense? That was November 1st, 6-4 win. November 10th, 4-2 win. Sean Parkinson, as we've discussed, kind of the Hart candidate from my books in the league, although there's many to choose from. And at the same time, for the Mariners, Derek Kroll has played both games against UVic, but they haven't done this back-to-back battle yet. So what will the coaches do as far as their goaltending? For the Vikes, Hunter Tarvis, he's 1-1 on the season, and Jacob Drapeau has appeared this season as well. He was pulled in a game a couple months ago. That was down, I think that was down in VIU. He was injured, though. So we'll see what happens for the goaltending. You got your eye on that? I sure do. I'm looking for Wyatt Fournier or Jeremy Robar. Who knows? Maybe this new character, Brett Murphy, the Winnipegger. That would be throwing yourself into the fire, getting into the Vancouver Island rivalry. It's a huge weekend for the Mariners and the Vikes. Let's see who gets the start in net and how it plays out. One-timers, number 5. The Okanagan Lakers are a tough team to beat in their home rink. All right, we got that established. November 18th, the Lakers got a 5-4 home victory against the VIU Mariners. Big victory for the Lakers program. They're knocking off the Mariners, who are top cats in the league, no doubt. That night, Lakers go 2 for 5 on the power play. Connor Lemieux, 28 saves. He's looking like a real goalie in this league. He comes from some rural area in Ontario. Like, I'm talking way out there. Connor Lemieux, good to see you doing well there. And, of course, from my BCIHL number 1 unit, Garrett Gilbertson, 2 assists there with the home victory. VIU in that game, 32 penalty minutes, okay? So watch out, you Mariners. You go on the road, you took a lot of penalties in that game. Although hard to blame you. That's what hockey's all about sometimes. How would I know? But the Lakers, they're a tough team to beat at home. And that Capitol News Center, it is so loud in there. I went there for the first time this season. the puck goes off the boards, off the glass, and it echoes through that whole big airplane hangar. And it is one crazy place right there. Lakers are tough to beat at home. Right now, they're 6-4-1. They're the real deal. Okay, moving on. Number 6, our last one-timer for today. SFU, they mean business. SFU, they're 4-3-1 this season. They have a big victory to report about in their own right. They beat the Lakers 4-3 on home ice November 24th. Justin Lee, number 11, had the game-winning goal, and Cooper Giesbrecht made 38 saves. How about that? Cooper Giesbrecht, he's holding it down for SFU, no doubt about that. The Lakers that night, they're 0-for-5 on the power play. So SFU, penalty killing, led by their goaltender Giesbrecht. They shut him down in there. It was 3-2 for the Lakers in the second period, but SFU scored 2 unanswered goals, Max Lightfoot and Justin Lee with the game-winning goal. We're going to see the SFU Red Leafs in Victoria January 12th. That'll be the first game back after the break. Another thing to notice, the non-conference team. Oh, one thing to notice here, Keanu Robinson is back with the BCIHL Red Leafs. Good to see you back, Keanu. And we're going to see what kind of players are coming in and out of the lineup for the Red Leafs, especially when they come down to Victoria to take on the Vikes. Now, the non-conference team. They have one victory in the States this year, I believe. They're holding their own really well against the Western Canadian teams. They can pretty much take all those guys. Briar, Crest, even the U Sports teams. They can handle them. But they're struggling a bit in the States. Can't blame them. It's a long way to go over there. But some of these games are pretty close. A 3-1 loss to the Long Island University Sharks. 5-4 loss, Acadia University Knights. So we're watching you guys, wishing you good luck and rooting you on from the BCIHL guys. So non-conference team, hope you're doing good, stay healthy, and go kick those guys around down there for us. Okay, that's it. That's the update here for this week for the BCIHL. Couple quick things, though. First of all, early January, the first week of January, there's going to be a big tournament down in Nanaimo. 5 teams are going to be there. VIU Mariners are going to be there. The UVic Vikes will be there. 2 Canadian teams and 1 mystery team. I don't know if everyone knows who it is, but we're going to do a big preview about that at some point. So first week of January, before you get back into class or whatever you got, keep your eye on BCIHL. Come down and make plans to come down to Nanaimo. I plan on be cruising around there, watching the hockey players do their thing. The other thing, January 5th and 6th, Logan Lake, the bad boys, the Miners. They're going to Montana. They're going to Missoula. They're going to be playing the Grizz. That is going to be sweet. The Grizz. Okay, so Miners, go down there and go get another win for yourselves. Safe travels and have fun down there. And the Grizz. Well, you guys are going to represent the BCIHL well down there. So break a leg down there. Have fun. And lastly, this weekend, Vikes and Mariners back-to-back home and home in regular season. Everybody, thanks for tuning in to In the Corners. We'll see you down at the rink Friday night. Lord willing, we'll have it up on YouTube if the creek don't rise. Everybody, thanks for watching today. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back next week with a whole rundown, looking back on the first half with Reese. Sound good? Okay, everybody. Appreciate you very much. This is Matt signing out from In the Corners.
What's the move? Can I tell the truth? If I was doing this for you, then I have nothing left to prove. Nah, this for me though. I'm just trying to stay alive and take care of my people. And they don't have no award for that. Trophies. don't come with trophies. Ain't no envelopes though.